Hey everybody, welcome back to Movie Smoothie. I'm Jake, the voice talking at you right now, and today we're talking a little bit about Lightyear, the brand new Pixar film. This is like their millionth movie, and I don't care. Keep pumping them out. My God, Pixar, everything you put out is amazing, including this, which I'm so excited to get into this. But first, if you guys can like this video and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. We're trying to get to 1K here. We just hit 200. Thank you guys so much for all that, by the way. So, Lightyear, if you don't know, is a 2022 American computer animated science fiction action adventure film, wow, that was wordy, produced by Pixar Animation Studios, who, like, I just want to say on a personal note, everything they have put out that I've seen at least has just been phenomenal. Pixar just does not miss, and I will literally watch. They could take a poop in the theater, and I will go watch it. I mean, I will totally see that. I have to try not to swear because I'm assuming kids are going to watch this video. I'm gonna do my absolute best if your parents are watching alongside you. So I'm gonna try. I'm usually talking about horror movies. I'm talking about children's movies here. So like, I gotta make it a little more PG, but obviously Pixar is owned by Walt Disney Studios, which, you know, I have my criticisms of the mouse and what he does, but I do like the fact that this is a spin-off of the Toy Story film franchise, which is of course like the biggest IP for Pixar. I believe that whole franchise has made like a ridiculous amount of money. It's one of their biggest franchises across the board. That's why we keep getting these movies, and I'm not complaining, I'll tell you what. It serves as an origin story, sort of, for Buzz Lightyear. Obviously, he's an action figure in the Toy Story movies. This is the movie that Andy Davis watched, and he got so passionate about Buzz Lightyear, that's why he wanted the action figure, which I think conceptually is so inventive and such a great idea for a spin-off. I mean, this is a greater idea for a spin-off than most of like the actual spin-off movies we get for like Star Wars or like Star Trek and all that. This is like a better idea. I hate to say it, but wow. There's a lot of other really inventive things about this movie we're gonna get into in a second, but real quickly, I want to praise the cast, because there was a lot of controversy about Chris Evans voicing the titular character opposed to Tim Allen, but I think Chris Evans did a really good job. And they had this excuse about like, oh, well, you know, like Tim Allen voiced Lightyear, and maybe that was the voice from like the TV show, and maybe that's where Andy like saw him afterwards from this. So there's some weird things going on with that, but honestly, Chris Evans did a really good job, and he even addressed that in a post talking about this, saying like, I will never be as good as Tim Allen, of course, but I hope you still like our movie. It's something along those lines, I'm paraphrasing, but I appreciate that Chris Evans is respecting the role, and he did a really good job with it, as well as Keke Palmer, Peter Son especially, James Brolin, Taika Waititi, and just everyone else who is a part of this cast. Killed it. I loved every single character and voice, and everybody was funny. Everyone had a purpose in being there. It was fantastic. I do want to talk a little bit about the Finding Dory creators, who are Andrew Stanton and Angus MacLane, who, after doing Finding Dory, like I said, pitched this idea of a Buzz Lightyear film, like that actually came out like before 1995 or whatever, when the original Toy Story came out. This is what Andy saw, wanted the action figure. I love that. Great pitch, great idea. I'm so glad Pixar took them up on this idea. I really just, I just enjoyed this film so much. I don't know. I know it's a children's movie. I got to relax a little bit, but I really enjoy when Pixar especially does this almost with every single movie. When you have a movie like this, and then it also have so many references to like adult films. So like, if you're a child, if you're an 80-year-old man, you can enjoy this film. It doesn't matter who you are. This relates to such a wide audience. It's really impressive. I loved this movie so much. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of references to like Alien, the original Alien, Aliens, Star Trek, Star Wars. I mean, there's so many little tiny sci-fi references in there that are great. You have Buzz Lightyear walking around doing the Captain Kirk monologuing thing that has of course been parodied in like everything from like the farthest reaches of Family Guy, even if you remember the first season of that. Another thing I want to geek out about real quick is Peter Son as Socks. Oh my God. Another thing that is so inventive about this movie is the fact that Buzz Lightyear has an emotional support animal who is also a robotic cat and can basically do whatever the heck that they need in the moment. There's one of the funniest scenes of the entire movie is when Socks shoots like a poison dart out of his mouth and like knocks somebody out, which is so unexpectedly funny. I don't know. It made me like actually uproariously laugh in the theater. It was hilarious. Taika Waititi, I also want to geek out about a little bit, who his voice is just, you instantly recognize it, and it's also just so funny. He has this reoccurring joke about a pen throughout the entire film. By the way, this is going to be a spoiler review if I haven't already made that very clear. I'm just kind of getting into it. This isn't exactly a movie where it really matters if you spoil it or not, but there is also something very interesting about the character of Zurg, who I don't know if this has ever been revealed before in like the past, in the other Toy Story movies. I'm kind of fuzzy when it comes to the 3 and 4, which I've only seen once. James Brolin, who voices Zurg, did a great job, but you find out that Zurg is also Buzz Lightyear from like a different time period or something. Like basically when he hit the light speed or whatever, he transported into the future, which is super high concept for a children's movie. Something I've been noticing that Pixar has been doing a lot, especially this is the first time I noticed this was in Soul from last year, which was so impressive. That's one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies. This one was fun, maybe not one of my all-time favorites. I absolutely loved it though. Like I said, I really don't think Pixar misses. A lot of people crap on the Good Dinosaur, but even that I still kind of liked. James Brolin did a great job voicing this character in older Buzz Lightyear. It is kind of like, does it really make sense if that's a temporal paradox? Did they explain that all that well? I don't really care. I'm gonna be completely honest. Maybe some people have a problem with that. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, this was really fun. I thought it was really smart for a children's movie to actually to implement intelligent sci-fi plot lines like that is something you don't see in every kids movie. I'm going to appreciate that. I don't really care if they was underexplained or not. Who cares? It was awesome. Holy crap, you're making kids think and be entertained at the same time. Wow. I mean, come on. Does it get better than that? I don't think so. Keke Palmer, who I'm also really excited to see her in Nope later this year, voices Izzy Hawthorne and is just awesome. I really loved her arc throughout this. She's talking about how she's horrified of space the entire time and then has to like actually travel through space a little bit in this really funny and I don't know. It's a horrifying scene, but it's also kind of like pretty funny at the same time. I can't believe I just described a scene in a Pixar movie as horrifying, but I don't know. I really enjoyed this. It was very emotional and just as effective as just about every other Pixar film. I don't know, man. There's something so special about these movies to me that you just can't find in other animated films. Like, I'm super pumped for the new Despicable Me, the Minions Rise of Gru thing that comes out in like a week, I think. I'm pumped for that. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very excited for it. But man, there's something about Pixar movies that they just hit a little different than all the other animated films out there. So I highly recommend this. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you want to go take your kids to it? Do you want to just go see it yourself? I took my buddies. I don't care. I'm 23 years old. I still watch kids movies. I don't care. They're fun. Go check this one out if you haven't. What did you guys think about it though? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching this new video, and thank you for watching Movie Smoothie, my second channel. If you guys don't already know, I run a horror movie themed channel over on KillJoy Jake. I just hit 11,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for that as well. Let's get Movie Smoothie to 1,000 subscribers as well. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like this video, do all that mumbo jumbo that every YouTuber asks you to do at the end or beginning of their videos, like how I do. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, keep it peaceful out there, y'all. There we go. That's what I'll do. If you guys watch KillJoy Jake, that's a little inside joke for you. Keep it peaceful out there, babes. Peace.